Happy New Year to you. This is our very first edition for 2014. By God's grace, this year will be a remarkable one for you. This year, Nigeria will mark her 100 years of existence. We promise to keep you posted as we get information on how the celebration will go. We're going to start the show with a joke. My name is Chioma Okpara. Stick around.
Now, civilian and police that stand under the hot sun with a gun, with or without bullet. There's always what we call osmosis, transfer from the lower concentration to the higher concentration. When they slap you, first of all, your anger will die down. Then you recognize him as a policeman. Then you go into explanation which he did not ask you. See what you see, something like this. My friend, because you're a policeman, you think, let me tell you, I'll do with you here. Power! Officer, the police is your friend. You would have just asked me what happened. Because if you ask me, I would have told you that when that boy was coming, me, I was here. So you're explaining. Did he ask you? Now, Mopo police, that is the Nigerian SWAT team. When they slap you, you don't have time to cool down or anything. You just go straight into explanation with a particular kind of voice. Let me show you what I mean. This is Mopo. I'm civilian. My friend, because you are there, you think you can. I'll do with you here. Power! The boy was coming from here. I was trying to go back there. And I looked. Oh. Did you see me? Did I see you? Did we see me? Did I see us? Did I see her? I am. Then he was angry. When Army slap you, you know the police is your friend. But once an animal slap you, you don't explain to them, you explain to others. And when you explain to others, they'll call you back and ask you what happened. Then the explanation you give to you put so many times that you will not even understand the explanation. Let me show you what happened. This is animal. My friend, because you are angry, I cannot even listen to you because you are a big power. But it's one slap. But that slap will go with echo. Now, after that slap, this is what you are going to see. Yes, come here. I'm here. What happened? Okay, see. Sir. Where's this boy? I said, it's not what's happening.
Welcome back. You're watching Art and Leisure, a program that tells you what's going on in the arts, culture and tourism sectors. There's a new gallery in Enugu. Yes, I visited the place, but before I report on what I saw, I'm going to tell you a bit about the owner. Ayo Adewumi teaches in the Department of Fine and Applied Arts, Institute of Management and Technology, Enugu. I know him as an accomplished and very hardworking artist. Now, let's see his new gallery. Ayo Adewumi studied graphics at Ahmadu Bello University. He graduated in 1991. Later on, he obtained a master's degree in painting from the University of Nigeria, Nsukka. He's been teaching graphics, photography, and basic design in the Fine and Applied Arts Department, Institute of Management and Technology, Enugu, for 21 years. He's the art director and also a board member of Life in My City Art Festival, one of the biggest visual arts competitions in the country. These are works collected over the years.
These are a few collections, some from artists that are known, some from the past workshop of artists everywhere. From here, we have a work from Bona Ezeodu, popular artist in Enugu here. And this is one of my creations. At a time, I was painting with liquid paints. This is Mefura. It was created many years ago, I think 2002 maybe. Now, I collected this from Life in My City. It's a painting by an Auchi student. So I bought it from the student. Again, this is also from one of my students, a collage work, also available for sale. This is from Kent Honor, a lecturer in Auchi. This is from one Mr. Toyimbo from the Gambia. It's an artwork I collected when I traveled to the Gambia. This is my painting where I'm experimenting with texture and fabric, using them as a medium for creativity. Again, working with fabrics. This is my artwork. I'm talking about child trafficking. Some of these small crafts I purchased while traveling through some African countries, Burkina Faso precisely, Ivory Coast, Kenya, and of course this is homemade by Okechukwu Eze. This is from Lagos. Again, we have Kent Honor and a few other artists. These are small paintings I worked on a few years ago when I was working with liquefied colors. I also try photography. This is one, an area view that shows a bird. An experiment that is still ongoing, working with recycled paper and waste fabrics, using them as a medium for composition, aesthetic composition.
In 2005, Ayo Adeumi founded Art is Everywhere. This research project encourages artists not to be restricted.
Art is Everywhere precisely is a workshop that we organize annually, and we go to locations and try to recycle waste and turn them into art. It also has a kind of spiritual meaning. Look at it in a situation where it is possible for somebody to have been condemned. This person is useless. This person, there's nothing that can come out of him. But I look at a situation where it is possible for God to revive and turn around that useless person, and it becomes a working tool in the hand of God. This is one of the products of Artists Everywhere workshop, and this is by Okocha. I'm displaying this in this gallery so as to create opportunity for him to sell. This is from Life in My City. Actually, this work from Ibadan zone, from Arowolo Wasiu, won the Artists Everywhere prize for 2012. And after winning the prize, he voluntarily donated the work to the gallery. I like to keep some of those outstanding works as reference, so some of them may not even be offered for sale, but as reference material. This is a creation from waste to art. The artist is Okechukwu Eze, who used lighter to create this composition, beautiful composition. Again, this artwork won the Artists Everywhere prize in, about 2 years ago in Life in My City. And the artist also graciously donated it to Artists Everywhere for keeps. So it's also a reference point. Again, another Artists Everywhere work from Ayo, I know, a Kaduna-based artist. We have an experimental work by E.K. Francis during one of the workshops of Artists Everywhere.
Practitioners believe that knowledge and appreciation of visual arts is growing amongst the populace, so they need to open more galleries.
In one way, it is to provide opportunity for some of the artists around to be able to display their work, and also provide opportunity for some who would like to collect works to have a place where they can come and look at the artworks that are available and be able to buy.
Ayo Adewumi's gallery showcases works of accomplished and upcoming artists. He encourages young artists to be consistent, unrestricted, and prolific. Welcome back from Enugu. In Lagos, one of the art patrons turned 70 recently. Chief Rasheed Gbadamosi sponsors the annual Visual Arts Fiesta and Soiree. He's written 6 plays. He's one of those that founded the Musical Society of Nigeria, MUSON. And he's still doing so much more. The report you're about to watch is our own way of saying thank you, sir, for contributing to the growth and development of arts in Nigeria. Stay. Rasheed Gbadamosi grew up in the Saleko area of Lagos State and so got fascinated by the cultural activities that took place there.
All kinds of festivals that I grew up to identify with influenced my love for at least the performing arts.
In his junior days at Methodist Boys High School, the great artist, late Aino Onabolu, taught his class fine art.
I know Nubulu will come to the classroom, we all stand up of course, and then he'll ask one of the boys to stand on the teacher's desk and affect a pose. And with our drawing book or with our pencil, we'll be asked to reproduce what we are seeing.
He enjoyed listening to the icon, but young Gbadamosi wasn't an exemplary student of Aino Onabolu. He was admitted into the University of Manchester to study economics, but that didn't diminish his love for the arts. He says the school placed premium on youngsters who looked beyond their basic academic discipline.
He was always a subject of conversation in the cafeteria or after we've done the physical exercise or whatever, to then sit down over a glass of milk or what have you, and debate what was going on in the film world, what was happening in galleries, what was happening in the theater.
He visited galleries to see exhibitions.
Tate Gallery will be there, National Museum will be there, and then of course there is the British Museum.
From then on, his appreciation of artworks became profound. At 23, he made his first major acquisition.
I came home in 1966 on a holiday, and I looked for the National Gallery then. It used to be in the marina, some boathouse, I think. And there was also a shop. It was run at the time by Mrs. Emily Aigumakwede. And I went in and bought some art objects, which I thought would be the beginning of my collection.
In his collection are big names like Yusuf Grillo, Uche Okeke, Bruce Onombrakweya, David Dale, Kolade Oshinowo, Abiodu Olaku, and many more.
I have been accused, for instance, of showing weakness for an artist like Zeno Orara, because a principal element in his works is that he latches on to the pseudo-tragedy of the Niger Delta, the soot, the pollution, the changing skyline, and he is a master at reproducing the agony and the ecstasy of our being in an oil-producing country. Apart from that, he's got capability for fine lines,
Every April, Rasheed Gbadamosi organizes a visual arts fiesta in Ikorodu. Art lovers of different social strata gather to celebrate a chosen art veteran. He's collected over 500 art pieces, which are housed in this pavilion named after the legend, Professor Yusuf Grillo.
A daughter of mine is well into visual arts, and I've always teased her that when I'm gone, don't let this place die. You must augment it with your own collection too.
His love for theater is admirable. He's written 6 plays.
Friends who are play directors had never ceased bothering me that I should come out with yet another play. But I haven't picked up the energy or the courage to sit behind the desk and write another play. Maybe I will, now that I'm almost retiring.
His love for music made him collaborate with like minds to establish the Musical Society of Nigeria, popularly known as MUSON. At 70, he remains passionate about the arts sector.
I have established my position in stage plays, in drama. And that is where my own individual capability resides. So if there's anything I want to do, maybe to perhaps write one or two more plays, different themes, and have them produced. Because a play is just a piece of paper with a scribble on, unless the dramatization actually takes place before an audience. Part of the building of a performing arts edifice, because what we have now are not custom-made, drama theater exclusively, and nothing would please me more than to have at least one where you have even if you're not going to use antiquated curtains, but these days you just use lights to express moods and to have a division of the scenes and the act. But then, there's something glorious about sitting in a theater that has been purpose-built. And I'd love to be part of the building of a 500, 600-man theater.
Indeed, Chief Rasheed Gbadamosi has contributed to the growth and development of arts in Nigeria. Wow, great accomplishments if you ask me. And he said he will sponsor more projects. Artists, he's still collecting. Okay, let's flip the page to our leisure segment. If you love nature and all it offers, then you'd find the next place we're about to visit interesting. The program is Art and Leisure. Stick around. Legge Conservation Center is located on kilometer 19, Lekki-Epe Expressway, Lagos. Legge Conservation Center is the brainchild of the Nigerian Conservation Foundation, a non-governmental organization dedicated to nature conservation and sustainable development in the country. It is a member of the International Union for Conservation of Nature. It was founded by the late Chief S.L. Edu 33 years ago. Damola and Kule are here with me. They're going to take us round so that we can see everything we need to see in this place.
This edifice is called the Rotunda. It's basically where we receive our visitors and where we do environmental education for visiting schools. It's a 100-seater capacity, and it houses the pictures of the founding members and council members as well. You can see their known faces. The pictures there are pictures of wildlife that you can see in Nigeria.
The Legge Conservation Center is a 78-hectare nature reserve.
This is the entrance of the 2-kilometer boardwalk into the 78 hectares of land. Actually, people think Legge Conservation Center is a zoo. It's not. It's the wild, where animals are not fed. They live just the way an animal would live in the wild. Okay. And here we have an overview of what we have in the Legge Conservation Center. There we have the crocodile outlook. We have rest stops. That's why we have the bed height. And bed height is basically for you to be able to see water beds on the pond. We have another rest stop, playground for children, a pavilion around that axis. And on this axis, we have a tree house, which stands on a dadawa tree, which we call locust bean, or Iru in Yoruba. And basically, it's a 21-meter high. So you can actually see an overview of this place.
This is the tree house. This is the dawa tree. I'm told it's one of the tallest trees in this conservation center. I want to get to the top. Can I? Should I? I'll try. It's a beautiful scenery from here, but can I continue? I'm scared. I want to come down. Oh. Oh. Thank you.
Here we have our do's and don'ts. You don't throw stones at the beds, so you don't disturb the animals. You don't smoke, you don't swim in the water because we have crocodiles there. You might not see them. So these are things that are like our do's and don'ts when you're coming into Legge Conservation Center. And when you come in as a lady, we also advise you have something like a slip-on so that you won't get stuck on the boardwalk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let me get something clear, please. I'm a bit scared.
Okay.
This is a forest.
Okay.
So I'm like, oh my God. I don't know the animals I'll be meeting.
Well, the good thing is that at the top of the ecosystem is the man. So even when a lion sees you, it still tries to.
Please,
but no, we don't have a lion here. What we have is we have duikers, which we call antelopes, the small ones. We have.
Are they harmless?
They are harmless. They are herbivorous. We have snakes, but snakes respond to vibration.
Please.
So immediately you're coming,
Okay.
they move away.
So what should I do?
No, you don't have to do anything. But like I said, it's secured, and most time we encourage a guided tour. Some of our visitors are very familiar with this. They go alone, especially people that comes to look for birds. They don't want to be disturbed. But basically, the animals are harmless,
Okay.
except for the monkeys who might want to take. If you start giving them your biscuits, well, they are not humans; they are animals. They might still want to take the extra, even when you are not willing again. So we don't want you to feed our animals as we go in, because they are animals and they think they should have more, even when you are not ready to give extra. So the best bet is just not to feed them at all. Okay. That's what we advise our visitors.
Okay, this is bamboo.
Now, this is, yes, it's actually a very strong wood. And what we have here on this axis is a platform of wood. At the other side, it's a melter. We are trying to experiment which one is more durable. Okay. So we have 2-kilometer walkway of this, and it's basically wooden. Okay. For now.
Did you plant these trees?
No,
or you
we didn't plant. 23, 24 years ago, when this place started, it was actually locked, and you can actually see from this point almost 300 meters away. So what we have here is regeneration by itself, no planting at all. So this is a natural regeneration process, and which means in the last 23 years, this forest has been able to regrow up to this level without anybody planting it back the way it is.
Okay.
So
where's this water coming from?
This is natural. Okay. It's brackish water. This is like an habitat type of what we have on the Lekki Peninsula. This is a good habitat for the crocodiles to live. At times you see fish as well, especially the cat one, which are not domesticated ones. So we have what we call...
I hope they won't come out.
No, they won't. They are shy, and that's why at times people complain of not seeing animals when they come into Legge Conservation Center. Legge Conservation Center actually play a role in the ecosystem services. How do I mean? Simply touching this. Okay. Because it's raining in recent times, but I'm sure there's death.
Yeah.
That's a service. This means the dust that should have been in the air is right here, which means this is a natural air purifier. The more of leaves you have around, the less of dust in the air. We allow people to come and do team building here. You pay a token for group visit, which is for between 25 and 30. We charge you 30,000 adults. You can imagine this is quite quiet. You can actually have team building exercise, and this is like a distraction for the kids. The kind of animals that live here are quite different. This is where we have the antelope, which are more like goat-like, and they feed on these grasses. And this is also where we are having another opportunity created by the Lagos State government, where we are having a picnicking ground for visitors to come. And what we are doing here is basically, you can see the small gazebos where people can actually picnic. That's what the Lagos State, as part of its investment into tourism, is planning with us.
Legge Conservation Center is a relaxation spot. It is open to visitors every day, including weekends and public holidays.
Due to anthropogenic activities, a lot of biodiversity is being lost, especially the fauna and flora components in the world being lost. So this is a very good avenue for the restoration of most of them, so our future generation can see some of these things. Okay?
Legge Conservation Center is a treasure on the peninsula. Oh yes, Legge Conservation Center is a treasure on the peninsula. So if you've not been there, please visit soon. That's our offering this week. My name is Chioma Okpara. We encourage you to visit our website, www.artandleisure.com.ng. You see more episodes to watch. Please like us and also leave a comment. By God's grace, we'll be back next week, same time. Love yourself, love Nigeria.